Anyway, part 3, I guess. I'm sorry these are being so serious, especially when I'm usually so funny and bubbly and me. But, let's see. I used to model. I left that out. When I got out of the high school and everything, me and my mom were walking around a mall, and this guy grabbed us and was like, "Your daughter's beautiful. We wanna take her picture," and da 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 da. And I was with a modeling agency called Wilhelmina Urban, which was really awesome because they were really well known, and yeah. But as soon as my depression started hitting, I started gaining weight, and as soon as I gained like 10 pounds, me and my mom decided one day, it was exactly 10 pounds. They decided I was too big. So that dropped me and put me into more of a depression because I was doing something fun and I loved it. But that kind of leads up to where I'm going with all this. But anyway, back in Delta. I was back in Delta. I got my job at Subway, thanks to Angie. I love you, Angie. Thank you. Not the greatest job. Shouldn't be all like, yeah, Subway, but it was, yeah, Subway, I have a job. Let's see. I started kind of losing weight when I had a job and I was active and I was doing stuff. I was still severely depressed. I was in a really deep depression. It took me a minute to get out of it. But I started working with some great people, some awesome fun people, and teenagers and everything. And there was a couple of teenagers that were going through the same things I was as a teenager. So it was like they'd ask me for advice or ask me what would I have done, or what could they do, or so it was like somebody was asking me my opinion and my advice of me. So it was like that kind of also put me into that. I wanted to be a social worker, I wanted to be the friend, and I wanted to be someone there to listen. I really genuinely love listening to people's stories, and I love being there to be the shoulder to cry on and try to make them laugh after they've, like, their world has just fallen apart. It makes me feel better to be the person there that makes them smile when they realize, oh, okay, this is not so bad. It's kind of like going into Walmart and watching people, because let's face it, it's pretty awesome to walk into a Walmart and go, okay, my life's not that bad. I promise it's not that bad. But let's see. But I kind of woke up one day and I looked at myself in the mirror, and I didn't like the person I saw. I didn't like her. I didn't know her. She was this fat, ugly, sad soul of a person, and just a hollow shell of what she could have been. And it made me sad, because here I was, like, telling these teenagers, live your life to the fullest, do this, do that, and I was looking at myself, and it was just, I wasn't taking my own advice, and I really wasn't, and it killed me to be so hypocritical, I guess. So I kind of just started doing weird shit. Like, I'd start working out in the morning when I wake up before I go to work. I'd do little workouts in my room by myself after work. And one day at work, I was talking with my friend Braden and Deborah Johnson, and I was like, I want to start working out, I want to start walking, I want to start running, whatever. And it was a big help to have somebody there kind of pushing me and to talk and make time pass faster, because then it wasn't a workout or something I had to do, it was going hanging out with friends. Something so silly. But that helped drop my weight. It got me out of a depression because I was so active, just so active all the time. And yeah, we'd walk, I want to say 10 miles, but that doesn't seem right. I think it was more like 5 or something. because we'd walk around Delta, because it wasn't that big. It's not that big of a town if you know it. So we'd walk from my house just all the way around. Like, we'd walk the whole yard, perimeter, whatever, of Delta. In that time, I met CJ, and was starting to feel kind of, ooh, I'm pretty, and he was my typical type of a guy, rock star looking dude, you know. Went to California and had a couple adventures there, and I wrecked my car in California, and it kind of woke me up. It was like, okay, it's time to stop being silly. It's time to be an adult, and I'm not this person, I'm not that, and it just, like, a whole whirlwind of thoughts went through my head. It was just kind of a moment. Being kind of trapped in California sucked, because all my family was here, and I was there by myself. It really sucked. It was one of those lessons in humility. I know I'm like stalling, but I can't think. My brain stopped working. I can't get comfortable either. My coccyx is being a bitch. But I came home. I spent all this money, and I just sat there kind of one day. I was like, I could have spent this money on something a little bit more worth my while, because it wasn't the greatest trip in the world. It really wasn't. No offense, but it really wasn't. And anyway, I sat there going, I saved up all this money. I could have done something great with it. I could have gone back to school. I could have done something. I could have, like, I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. But in that time, like, I started really going to concerts and stuff and seeing my bands. And I remember one concert I went to, Blood on the Dance Floor. And they really, they get a lot of bad hype, and they might be, but there might be a little bit of douchebags, but their music really helped me. It is, as raunchy as some of it is, it touched home kind of deal. And I went to one of their concerts, and Javon Monroe bought me dinner, and they sat and talked to me and listened to me, and they were truly a fans band. And it was really awesome to get these perspective on people who kind of went through the same situation I did, and it showed they got better because they were living their dream. And it was just, I don't know how to describe it. I was starstruck and fangirled out kind of deal, and just, it was awesome. I got to hang out with them during the concert, and just awesome. You have no idea. But I won tickets to my other favorite band to see them, and they're called Set It Off. And I got to sit and talk to Cody Carson and Dan Claremont. I think I said his name wrong, which makes me sound like an asshole. And Austin and Zach. And it was just, I got to talk to them and hang out with them and, like, rack their brains about their lyrics. Because the song that really made me wake up and realize I didn't want to be this person that I was, and made me start working out and work better and work towards my goals and everything. It was called a song called Dreamcatcher, and the lyrics were, please believe you'll be a dream catcher, and I woke up to see I'm right where I'm meant to be. And it hit a chord. It was like, I am right where I'm not where I'm meant to be yet, but I'm getting there. I've started on the journey. I just need to keep going. Just run with it. Just go. And it worked. And so I was getting a little bit more self-confidence, a little bit more my self-esteem back and everything like that. And I started dating Eric. I met him at Area on Halloween. And he was Prince Charming at first. It was really too good to be true kind of situation. It really was. He kind of saved me from these thugs that would not leave me alone. Like, they were picking me up. I went home that night and I had bruises all up and down my arms, and they were harassing me, and just, it was ugly. And I didn't know anyone from area at this point. I really didn't. I wish I would have had my friends like Patrick or Ogre or like KV or somebody that I could have just went like, help! But no, instead I fell into the lap of Eric, which it was great for a little bit. And that kind of, he lived up here and I lived down there, so long distance does not work for me in relationships. It really doesn't. So it was, okay, well, maybe I can move up there, I can save up, get a job, save up a little money, and go back to school. And it took me a little bit to actually get to school part. Not because I wasn't saving money, but I spent too much time trying to appease Eric. Because I like making people happy. I don't know why. I need to learn that I need to say no. But I moved up to Salt Lake in November of 2012. And it was awesome. It was great. It was good for me. It was epic. And everything just kind of like slippery slope. It's just all downhill from here. And things started falling apart with Eric, and it was just kind of stagnant when I was with him. Like, I just let everything I wanted put on hold. And it was like, okay, I told myself I was not going to be this person. I wasn't going to be the victim. I wasn't going to be the punching bag. I wasn't going to be someone to walk all over. So we broke up. And I consider my life beginning up here on February 9th, because it was a fetish ball for Mardi Gras, and I met all sorts of characters. And you know who you are. You're all sorts of characters. But it was a whole new side, a whole new world opened up to me, and it was amazing, absolutely amazing. And I've surrounded myself with amazing people who love me and care for me and just would do anything for me just as I would do for anything for them. And my life can't get any better right now. I feel like I'm living in a dream state. I really do. Just to kind of, but I have family and friends and people I count on a daily basis. And I'm sorry if I put that pressure on you, but I really do love you, and I trust you enough to put that on you. So, but it's all downhill from there, and everybody who knows me up here now knows where I've started. So, but what makes me tick, I was a girl who was so completely alone and lived in her own little world, wishing for a hero, until I finally woke up and realized I can be my own hero. I don't have to be the victim anymore. I don't have to be the victim anymore. I can be the hero if I want to. It's just a matter of getting up off my ass and doing it. But that's what makes me tick. And I'm sorry this video was so long again, Jeff. But anyway, I love you all, and I'll keep making videos, I think.